finding out, you know, who you are after this grief, because grief changes you. It changes you. The person you were, you know, before grief is not the person you are after. Hey guys, as you can see, we're going to be talking about grief today. I lost my mom 5 years ago, August 2019, and it's been a journey just to getting back to, you know, just being yourself and healing. And I just want to, you know, let you guys know some things that worked for me in my journey on healing and how I've gotten to the place where I am now, just, you know, coping with grief the best way I can. And what I looked like on the first year she died, I totally made strides in comparison to where I am right now. So year 1, mess. Year 2, mess. Year 5, I can say I'm in a place where I am just hopeful and optimistic, and I'm at peace. I'm at peace that my mom is in a better place. And I hope this video finds whoever it needs to find, because man, I know grief is a journey. Grief, losing a parent, losing a mom is something you can't even put into words. It's soul changing. And they say losing a parent is one of the most traumatic things a human can go through. Then it's a child, I think, a parent, a child, and then a house burning down. So I just hope that whoever, you know, who's experiencing grief right now, this video finds you, because we all know that grief is just something that is just, it's soul changing. So the number one thing I can say, the number one thing that helped me out the most and just propelled me, not even propelled me, this is just one thing that I put into play when it came to like me looking myself in the mirror and saying, Chantel, you need to get out of bed. Chantel, you need to move. And that was getting out of bed. I was like, I need to get out of bed. You need to force yourself out of bed, because you're not going to want to get out of bed. If you're anything like me, you're not going to want to get out of bed. You're going to want to stay in bed. You want to just lay there, hide, curl up. And that was me. So I had to force myself to get out of bed, force myself to get back to your regular schedule. And you want to get back to your regular schedule as if that person was here. So if you used to get up and go to work, or you used to get up and work out, you had a routine, you want to get back into that routine slowly but surely. You used to do it every day, start by 1 day a week, 2 days a week. Whatever you used to do, get back to that schedule, you know, because healing is, I mean, it's hard. And it's not something where you're gonna feel like doing it, or feel like getting up, feeling like you want to, you know, just move on. You're gonna want to sulk in it. You're gonna want to just stay there. You're gonna want to just lay there. And I'm telling you guys have to force yourself out of bed. Force yourself to get fresh air. Things don't happen in big steps. So take little steps towards your ultimate goal. Whether it's you want to get back to your 5-day workout, 7-day-a-week workout, whether you want to get back to reading, get back to getting up every day, getting dressed, going to work. Start in small increments. That's what I did. And my second thing that helped me, you guys, my second thing that helped me was crying. It's okay to cry wherever. I cried at the craziest places. I cried at my mom. I'll never forget it, you guys. I cried when I see my mom's, this guy that used to wash our carpet, and I seen him at the gas station. I literally cried on him. I felt so bad afterwards, but I just couldn't hold my tears in, and I felt so much better afterwards. So it doesn't matter where you're at, the gas station, grocery store, at the gym, cry. If you feel the need to let it out, let it out. Because crying is one of the most healing things you could do, is letting that thing out. Cry. I cried in my car. I can't count on my fingers how much times I cried in my car. Like, just driving, just breaking down, crying. And it's sad, it is, but at the end of all that, you really feel some sense of relief. Yeah, my other thing is, and it feels like a huge weight is lifted. It feels like a huge weight is lifted. You guys, I cried everywhere. I cried Cheesecake Factory, Nordstrom Rack. Me and my mom used to go to Nordstrom Rack on Sundays. Hit that baby up. Spend. I cried at Nordstrom Rack. We used to love go into Cheesecake Factory. She used to always get the chicken bellagio or the miso salmon. Cried there. I mean, Grief is not supposed to look, people make it seem like healing is supposed to be just roses and just sunshine. Healing is not that. Healing is not that, you guys. Healing is getting down to the work, getting down to your core, and just really digging deep inside of you and finding out, you know, who you are after this grief, because grief changes you. It changes you. The person you were, you know, before grief is not the person you are after grief. You know, it changes you a lot. It opens your eyes. There's probably some people that have to take on bigger roles. Me, I had to become a sister mom, so that changed me, that matured me, that changed my outlook on my next big thing when you're just coping with grief that I stressed on in my journey is it's just getting back to doing stuff as if they were here, getting back to your routine, and also talking to yourself nicely. The number one conversation that you have, the number one conversation that you're gonna have, the most important one is the conversation you have with yourself. With me, I struggled with talking badly to myself, talking horribly to myself, just really just eating and banging at myself. Like, the voice in my mind was so loud with negativity, you guys, just about me, not about nobody else. It was literally just about myself, how I looked, how I talked, how I came off. I was critiquing myself down to like everything. And I just want to stress that the most important conversation that you're gonna have is gonna be with yourself. You gotta talk to yourself nicely, come up with new responses. And I began to rewire my brain by coming up with new responses on how I talk to myself. If I made a mistake, I'm like, Chantel, you're only human. You're gonna make mistakes. I talk to myself nicely. I started reading as a form of therapy to help me become a better me, to help me like grab control of what was going on in my mind. And the number one book that I read, you guys, that really helped me is Your Mind is a Battlefield by Joyce Myers. That book helped me really reconstruct my brain. And also another book that helped me is How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness by Jen Sincero. That book is really good. And then the last book that I read is The Subtle Art on How to Not Give a Fuck. That's a good one. I think that author's name is Mark. I forgot his last name, but The Subtle Art on How to Not Give a Fuck. That's a good book. And those three books really helped me. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't finish all of them. Like, I didn't finish all three of them, but I read a good chunk of it. Like, I think a lot of them I stopped when I had like 5 or 6 chapters left. But I read enough to get a good gist, and it helped me get on my feet. I do want to revisit those books and finish them up, but those 3 books were great books. And I just want you guys, I really want to stress on the importance of the conversation in your mind, because our thoughts becomes our words becomes our beliefs becomes our realities, and that's what I want to stress on. Hey babe! Thank you. And our beliefs becomes our actions. So whatever conversation you're having in your mind, you really want to make sure that you're speaking positive thoughts to yourself. And you just want to make sure that, you know, the conversation is healthy, because that's the number one thing I struggled with on my path to just healing and just getting back to myself. Just coping with grief and being on that journey is just to surround yourself by people that want to see you become a better you. Surrounding yourself around people that are not toxic individuals, getting out of that toxic relationship, getting out of that toxic friendship, and getting out of that toxic friend group. You really want to be in a healthy environment in order for you to just, propel, in order for you to heal. It's so important. I cannot stress enough how important it is on getting out of that toxic environment, whatever environment it is, during this journey, because it is a journey, and if you don't grab a hold of yourself, you will lose yourself. And those are some of the stuff that helped me was, just crying when I need to cry, and surrounding myself by positive people, reading. I did try therapy, but therapy, it was, when I started therapy, I was already like on my healing journey. And I guess when you do decide to go to therapy, it's already like, okay, yeah, you want to heal. But I was already making active steps towards healing. And you guys, I kid you not, my therapist was telling me like stuff that I was already putting in place. Number one, the one thing she was telling me, and then my schedule was busy. I literally only went to 3 sessions. I'm gonna be totally honest. I went to 3 sessions. The first 2 sessions, really, it was just a lot of admin work. Like, she was getting my name, my address, asking me a whole bunch of questions. The 3rd session was a real session, so I guess let's count that first session. That first session, she really tapped in on like, hey, I'm gonna give you some homework. And the homework was getting back to doing stuff as if that person was here. And I think that's the one that really helped me, because when my mom passed, I literally, you guys, I stopped getting dressed, I stopped dressing up, I really stopped showing up. And then the second thing that was really just a real hindrance, and it really just kind of held me back in just my self-development, was the negative voices in my head, the negativity that I would talk down on myself. And I talked down on myself so much when my mom passed. It was just, I was questioning everything I did. Is this a great idea? Okay. Is this a great idea? Is this, am I doing this right? If I made a mistake, oh my God, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, you're retarded. I just used to talk so bad about myself, you guys. I literally, it was just bad. It was bad. It was eating me away. I lost, like, when my mom passed, I went from 160, I wasn't even 160, I was like 165 to like 125. The stress was, Chunga Buddy, you wanna say hi? The stress was real. The stress was real. So whoever is going through grief, my mom, 6 years will be in August. I'm grateful for where I am now in my healing journey versus where I was a year, 2 years ago. It was bad. The war that was going on in my mind, bad. And I just hope that you guys find this video, whoever needs this video finds it, and just know that healing is not linear. It's a lot of ups and downs. One day you might take 10 steps forward, you might take 10 steps back, you might take 5 steps forward, you might take 1 step back, but just know it's a journey. That's what it is, and just take it one day at a time. Talk nicely to yourself, love yourself, be gentle with yourself, surround yourself around good people, great people. I can't stress that enough. Surround yourself by people that love you, you love them, people that want to see you, get better and be better. So I think that's very, I think that's an important part of healing and getting out of toxic situations. That's number one. You can't heal in a toxic environment. And that's it. I hope this video finds you guys, and I hope it brings some type of relief, and I hope you guys actually put these tips that I'm giving you into action, because it does work. It's not gonna take it's not an overnight fix. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some time. As you can see, this August will be 6 years since my mom passed, and it's a journey. It's a journey, and I just hear her voice echoing in my head. My mom always used to say, "Man, life's a journey. Life's a journey. Life's a journey." And I just hear that in my head, like whenever she would just talk to her friends or talk to me, I just hear that one phrase she would say, "Life's a journey. Life's a journey." Yeah, life's a journey. So I hope this video finds you guys. I hope it does what it needs to do. I hope you guys could find some healing, and thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you are on your healing journey, who you're grieving, when they pass. Let's connect on that and see. I just hope this video finds you guys. And life's a journey.